EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hall again on 2nd down. And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 72 yards. And the Jets need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he returns this to the 22. Bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The 2 teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost him.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Wilson. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here. No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Andre Cisco there on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
104 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Zach Wilson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They'll run with ETN. And he's got some space here. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. Finding ETN here. Catching it on the out route. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Flushed out right. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jermaine Johnson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. 12 yards there as they move the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! Jamal Agnew. 26 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again. You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that. Give to Hall running right. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Jones has it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Lawrence. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Lawrence going to throw again. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. They find some open field here. And all the way to the opposite 45. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Atlanta. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mariota now. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Mariota. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Mariota on first down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Seven yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. To throw Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Mariota. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal, Mariota. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Lawrence will throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Straight ahead, ETN. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 2nd down at 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from 19 yards away. And the Jaguars go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They go play action now. Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Running out of the gun with ETN. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Being chased out left. This is caught. It's Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk on the receiving end of that touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence. And the Jags have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point try now for Patterson. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mariota. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Patterson running between the tackles. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Now Mariota. This is caught. Touchdown Falcons. Olamide Zaccheaus in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Lawrence to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack on 1st down, Lawrence dancing to his left. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 2nd and 10, Mariota. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Mariota. Got London on a slant. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Algier, touchdown Falcons. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll give it to Patterson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got two already, nearly a third, but not to be, and it's fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Mariota to throw for it on fourth. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mariota trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to let it go again. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Mariota. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marcus Mariota. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want it in with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now ETN to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On first down, right back to ETN. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jermichael Hasty, a 23-yard run. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Over the middle, complete. That's Berg. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Patterson again. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 71 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. A handoff for Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's a give to Patterson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Third down, here's Patterson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is indeed good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends. And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me. A final shot now for Lawrence. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done. Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Quick slant to Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. A shotgun snap for Goff. Eluding the pressure right. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On play action, Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Rodgers. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. On play action, it's Rodgers. Steps away. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll go with Jones. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Goff now looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff buying time to his left. 1:55 left to go in the 1st half of play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers flushed out right. Tunyon's got it on the out route. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Jones. And this defense not ready for that one, as he'll take this down inside the 25. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, Rodgers steps away to his left. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. At their own 21. Back to throw. Goff being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit. Won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's gone. Flush to his right. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And this one is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Goff. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get... yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.